We have got some massive patch notes to share with you guys today because there is an insane update coming to Diablo Immortal. Tons of changes. This is going to be a quite in-depth video. And the question that it arises to me after reading through this is it about more resonance for whales to keep up with, or is it about experiencing what more legendary gems can do inside of your build? It depends on how you want to look at things here. I'm going to take you through everything, and I want to note that my video on the leaks that came out earlier today, I apologize, that video came out late. So the leaks actually came out as the patch notes came out with that leak information, but we have much more details inside of this one. I'm going to take you through every single step of the way. We're going to do it together, and we're going to start right now. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything like this on a regular basis. Beat back the Writhing Abyss in the Age of Unmaking. So this is an update that's going to be coming on June 13th. That is only 2 days away from today, but I urge you to remember that everything doesn't launch on that first day. A lot of these things unlock over time, over a certain period of time. So make sure we pay attention to what's happening and the dates that they're actually happening. And as you can see, there's a lot to go through here today. So we're going to start at the beginning. Courage prospers in the next chapter of the Age of Unmaking. And we're seeing Diablo Immortal start to use this type of an image right here, showing all the different items so you can easily get to them. This is how they show it in-game as well. New legendary gems, terror-wrought realms, Heliquary bosses, and the new rune system. So it turns out that the leaks that we spoke of yesterday and in today's early morning video were actually on point. Since Terror Rifts and Oblivion Pillars began wreaking havoc on the lands of Sanctuary, a new type of malice has appeared to take its place. The legions of burning hells are not resting idle until their Dark Lords return. They're perpetrating malicious deeds for his imminent arrival. The abyssal verge of Erban lure you forth. Dare to survive the creeping dark, and you could be rewarded handsomely with powerful runes. All right, but what are these runes actually going to do? We have to dive more into this to see more about that kind of information. Bolster your powers or your prowess with runes. All right, looks like we're getting that information right here. Through the return of the Lord of Terror is nigh, Sanctuary's greatest minds are desperate to avoid the doom that creeps in the world's edges, and in their frantic search, they've uncovered powerful magic, leading them to untold discoveries of awesome power. Enhance your legendary items by adding affixes to them with runes, amounting to incredible combinations and possibilities. Now, let's take a look at what we got here in this image. Base attributes are increased by 8%. Damage is increased by 8% to enemies below 30% life. Primary attacks have a 12% chance. This looks like a similar system that we have already inside of the game right now. Reforged stones and how you have magic attributes. My question is this taking the place of reforged stones? Are you no longer going to be able to reforge your equipment and instead place runes inside of them to enhance the magic attributes of that gear? Let's read on. The higher level the rune, the better the affix that will bolster your legendary items. If a rune is high enough level, it will even possess rare and legendary affixes which further bolster their power. All runes have a category of item they can be used for and possess stats that complement the base attributes of those items. The potency of runes lies in the resourcefulness of the adventurer that possesses them, for they can also be combined to increase their power. A few runes can be combined to increase the level of that rune, but they must be the same type and level to be combined. All right, well, that makes sense. 20 new runes will arrive in this major update, with selecting runes available to preview in game of more to come. All right, so we used to have a lot of runes inside of the game. It was used to get ourselves gems and stuff after running Elder Rifts. Seems like it's being done in a very different way right now. They are runes, but they are different. And notice there is a market icon. So you can buy and sell runes in the market, which is another great way for you to make yourself some platinum if you're trying to get platinum yourself as well, which is massive because the one mechanic inside of the game that's pay to win, that you can't get unless if you play, is being unlocked. More on that much later in these patch notes. It's a huge thing that you're not going to want to miss. Runes can appear as a rare drop through killing regular enemies, but it is said they are most abundant within the Abyssal Verge and the hellish castle of Ereban. Any wanderer seeking to master their items should seek out these deadly challenges for a chance at earning potent power. All right, so they're essentially pushing us into those game modes to try and be more successful. What are these? What is the Abyssal Verge? Survive Terror Incarnate in the Abyssal Verge. All right, what are we looking at here? In the next phase of the Age of Unmaking, the Gathering Terror Incarnate encircles your war-weary band of warriors. Do you see faces in the watery shadows? Or is that a psychic paranoia creeping into your mind? Emerge from Terror Incarnate to claim new affixes and coveted runes. All right. Upon entering the Abyssal Verge, a dark shadow begins to creep in. Again, we're reading through all the lore of it today as well, surrounding the entire area. This lethal presence will grow in size while you slay through the Verge. Many capable wanderers have fallen prey into its encircling grasp before. And as you can see on the map right here, you're seeing a circled portion that says Terror Incarnate expands outward from your entry. And it begins, plan your escape. Slay demons as quickly as possible while Terror Incarnate creeps, seeking to strangle your every move. Survive the encroaching madness and defeat the final boss to win the day. Begin by going to the basement of Kane's workshop in Westmarch and selecting Abyssal Verge. All right, so it looks like it's a regular attack. This is not a Survivor's Bane style thing. Notice all of the skills for attacking are on the right-hand side of the screen. So it is seems like a horde mode, just they're going to continuously attack you type mode. If you find yourself caught in Terror Incarnate, you'll take damage until you have breathed your last breath. Track your total kills on the left-hand side of your screen and view which bonus rewards you've currently earned. I'm not seeing that on the image that they're showing right there. Once the darkness has all but covered a potential avenue of escape, the final boss will spawn in an attempt to put you out of your misery. Kill the boss monstrosity and flee through the portal to emerge victorious. And as you can see right here, we get a little look at what rewards look like. It shows the time remaining, 3 minutes and change. There's 1,000 points or something right there and a reward you get for it. And as you can see, you get some gold and you get some gear along the way for it. And apparently these runes as well. Those are potentially the runes. I'm not sure. Survive Castle Ereban and reap the rewards. So another new mode here as well. Searching for treasure deep within the hellish castle is the key to emerging victorious. Make haste adventure, for the deadliest of demons stalks your every move. You'll have limited time to explore Ereban and uncover hidden chests. Each chest you find increases the amount of time you have to stay in Ereban, but it also increases your danger level, a measure of the challenges you'll face. The higher your danger level, the greater the rewards. All right, so we're unlocking chests, makes the battle more difficult, but gives us better rewards for doing that battle. And you can see on the left-hand side, it says right over here, open chest within the time limit. And it looks like there is a timer counting down. And as you can see from the map, there are a bunch of different chests shown around the map as well. Your danger meter, seen on the left-hand side of the screen, displays your progress in uncovering these chests. You have a number of chests that you could see right here. There's 3, and over here there are 17. You only have a short amount of time to search the castle for the last concealed chest, during which the Avatar of Terror hunts you down. So once you've reached level 6 or 8 in your danger meter, the final chest will spawn. Okay, so we have to get our danger meter up to 6 or 8, 6 of 8 for the danger meter for that final chest to come, which we then can unlock. It'll become more difficult. We can have better rewards. Should you perish within the castle walls, you'll only receive a portion of the rewards from the final chest. Leaving Ereban will grant you all of your spoils. If you manage to emerge from the depths with your life, you may earn items that include our newest pool of affixes, as well as new runes for your trials. And as you can see, you also get some gold for that as well. Time elapsed 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Danger level achieved 3. That can give us an idea. Remember, 6 to 8 is where we get that final chest, or 6 of 8. So this is only halfway through, and it took about just under 3 minutes for them to complete that. To begin your hunt, speak to Rayak in Westmarch and complete the prerequisite quest to open the portal in Erebon. All right. We have Abyssal Essence. What is this? And I did see this image in a couple of the rewards from the events that we were just speaking of. This is an essence that we could deliver to Rayak to obtain rewards. You can earn more runes by collecting these essences within the 2 new Terra-wrought realms of the Abyssal Verge and Erebon. Rayak has taken a keen interest in it. Collect enough and he'll be able to harness the power and craft random runes. Okay. Essentially what we're looking at here is rune crafting materials. We got some new legendary gems. A 5-star legendary gem. These are the stats of these legendary gems at rank 10, 5 stars. We have... All right, let's go into the first one first. That makes sense, doesn't it? Storm Vault, a 5-star gem. Dealing damage conjures a storm at the enemy's location that pursues enemies for 6 seconds and continually deals 50% base damage and 203 every 0.5 seconds to all nearby enemies. Can occur more often than every 20 seconds. The storm also unleashes lightning, dealing 24% base damage per second to all nearby enemies and slowing them by 10%. Again, this is something at 5 stars, rank 10. Next up, we have the 2-star gem, and this one is the Moss Thorn 2-star gem. Taking damage, I don't like it already. I don't like when you take damage and you have to have things happen. Activates Moss Thorn for 6 seconds. While active, each attack you receive triggers a retaliatory piercing thorn no more than once every 5 seconds, dealing 50% base damage and 201 to enemies. Can't activate more than every 20 seconds. And while you're wearing it, the damage you take is reduced by 8%. That's actually nice. I could see people taking this gem and a few other retaliation style gems, throwing them on for a farming build, putting themselves in an area and walking away. AFK farming. Then we have right here the 1-star gem, Lucent Watcher. Reduces the duration of loss of control effects on you by 24%. While suffering loss of control, the damage you take is reduced by 4%. All right, those are our new gems. Whether you decide to use those or not, that's completely up to you. I do see the difficulty in getting these gems up to the level you want them to be if you've already invested in some other 5-star gems along the way. 5-star Storm Vault legendary gem gift. Well, look at that. So, starting on June 13th through the 30th, claim the 5-star Storm Vault legendary gem as a gift to celebrate the anniversary of Diablo Immortal. It's ours to claim until the 30th. I would, we got some information here. With a character that's level 11 or higher, limit 1 per account. So you have to have your stuff up to that level. I will note that it's most likely going to be a 2-star version of this gem, not a 5-star. So it'll be a 2 out of 5, I would assume. There's a modified drop table, so you can try and get more of these gems when you run Elder Rifts, where you can choose them as a better chance of dropping, a 50% better chance. That's happening from June 13th through July 4th. You can modify your drop table in Elder Rifts. And there is a chance to do a legendary gem trial if you want to try out the gem to see how it works and what it actually feels like. Remember, they do give it to you as a rank 10 5-star gem. So they let you test it at its max potential, but then when you get it, you will not have it at that max potential until you grind it up, which maybe you never will. New Inferno difficulties. All right, so we were all the way up to Inferno 6, and then we went down to Hell 3, Hell 1, 2, and 3, and now they are after Hell 3. We're going to have Inferno 1, 2, and Inferno 3. Notice the Paragon, 300 to 499, 400 to 599, 500 to 599. Interesting how they're doing this. It's essentially 200 Paragon levels in between Inferno difficulties, and we're still getting ourselves 10 Paragon levels per week. It's jumping by 10 every week. So it's interesting to me that the process hasn't been slowed too much from what it was in the past. When you think it's going to take, 10 weeks to get yourself 100 Paragon levels. So Inferno 1 is going to be about 20 weeks. Inferno 2 is about 20 weeks. And so essentially, I guess it does slow it down. So it'll be a year and a half before people are getting to Inferno 3 and to that. Am I right there with my math? 10 levels every week. That's 10. Yeah, I think I am. If I'm not, you could yell at me in the comments. That's fine. I'm doing quick math in my head as I go. But as you can see, the Paragon levels are right there. And as it sits, we are already approaching level 300. So a lot of people, including myself, will be in Inferno 1 very, very soon. There's updates to the Paragon system. All right. These are interesting. The active legendary Paragon skills. This is for that secret plus button right down here. You see what I'm talking about? This plus. We're all wondering what was going there. Well, this is what is going there right now. Paragon updates. Let's see what it's all about. Those strong enough to endure the Inferno are shaped by it. Alongside Inferno difficulties 1 through 3, we're introducing legendary Paragon node to add to active skills within a given tree. The legendary Paragon skill will go into a unique sixth Paragon skill slot. So let's look at the one that they're showing us here, called Benefactor. Using a buff skill grants a shield to nearby allies, absorbing damage equal to 15% of your maximum life for 6 seconds. Can occur more often than once every 30 seconds. So it's a legendary Paragon skill that does not have to be affiliated with the Paragon tree that you're activating skills from. Remember, you can only activate 5 skills from a Paragon tree, and then this one active legendary Paragon skill. All right, so we have a couple of options of what we can use right there, which is kind of cool. I like that. It should be fine. I like that we have diversity and can grab something that's not stuck from a regular tree. Our newest Paragon tree is called Harbinger, and it opens at Paragon level 300. Oh, is that? Oh, it is. If you recall, I did say that we were probably gonna have something about speed boots or speed right there, and look at that right there. It is a boot. This tree will hold 15 new nodes to customize your builds. These new skills aid you in the ways of stealth, quick movement, and defense. Whether you want to avoid traps from monsters, move in the shadows, or stand against the fiercest strikes from your enemies, Harbinger has skills for all build types. I actually quite like this, especially because I like to not be slow on the map myself. You can see a bunch of the names right there of all of them, including Quick Step, Spree, Savage Urge, Fatal Urge, and Illustrious Strides are among the best skills to use for these new game modes. So it lets us know. That actually is cool how they tied in the new Paragon tree, the Harbinger Paragon tree, with the new events. All right, new magic affixes. The complement to complement Castle Erebon and Abyssal Verge, we've created many affixes to help you master these 2 unique modes. These affixes center around 7 unique traits that complement any build, but also specifically make your runs through these new game modes more efficient. Again, bet you a lot of these have to do with speed. The new affixes can boost your skill range, increase your movement speed, maximize your dash skills, reduce incoming damage, and more. They also can stack up to 3 times to increase their potency. Additionally, there are rare affixes that can take the base affix potential to the max. Players can find these affixes on items dropped in Erebon and in the Abyssal Verge. All right, that seems cool too. I like that we get new affixes. Of course, that's going to be something that is enjoyable. We have Stormbrood Odyssey's Phantom Market Gallery. All right, we heard a lot of rumors here. Let's see if any of it comes to true. The Phantom Market Gallery brings a powerful chemist capable of producing concoctions that delight and draw the envy of the closest rivals. On June 15th, server time, use Litra for a chance to randomly earn 5-star legendary gems at quality 4 or 5 from the Greater Masterwork Gem Chest. Interesting, and more. There are 10 items total, and each can only be acquired once. Each time you draw an item, the cost of the next draw will increase. Performing 10 draws guarantees that you will receive all available items in the pool. Plus, it earns you the Alchemist contract, valid for 60 days, which summons an Alchemist vendor that follow you in safe zones and will give you a magical potion drink, a magical poison drink, with which mystifies your vision. Okay, so as you can see right here, definitely a little bit cloudy. Interesting. Litra can be purchased with eternal orbs, and any unspent Litra will be removed once the Phantom Gallery ends on July 6th. So this is another paid mechanic inside of the game that can get you 4 and 5-star gems. We've seen these types of things before. We just had one come about a month or so ago. Drop rates are below, so if you want the 1-star legendary gem, the Lucent Watcher, you have a 74% chance. A familiar contract, 22. But really, look at this, 25 legendary crests, you have a 0.8% chance to get that. That's the big goal right here. This is like that's the big win. 15 legendary crests right there. There's actually a lot of legendary crests that you can grab in here, so very valuable. It's also going to be costly for you to progress your way down there, unless if you get to be the most lucky person on your first free draw, because I'm assuming there will be a free draw, and get those 25 legendary crests. Shoot, I'll even take the 25 or the 15. Now, maybe why you clicked on this video. Resonance updates and rewards. On the thumbnail, we went with an image of the new wings and new wing resonance, how this is going to work. We're going to dive into that right now. With the major update, we're making some changes to the resonance system. The item awakening system will now unlock at gem rank 5, making it accessible much earlier than rank 10 in the current system. This should help you improve your builds much earlier. We saw that in the leak yesterday. It came to be true. So you can now awaken your gear at level 5 versus level 10. But it even gets better than that a little bit later on. I want to tell you right now, but we'll have to wait because it's really, really good. Resonance changes. We're introducing a new resonance system that allows you to use up to 16 legendary gems of your choice and unlock 2 new sets of wings. It unlocks at 8,000 resonance and allows you to open up 16 legendary gems and provides resonance, greatly reduced power. At 10,000 res level, each class will also unlock a unique ultimate skill, which I featured in this morning's video. I believe that was the skill that they were sharing right there. Yeah, it was pretty sweet looking. And as you can see right here, equipment-based attributes increased by 600%. Gem slots plus 8 at 84 res, 88 res. Gem slots plus 12 at 9,000 res. You get the wings at, oh, you look at this. You have a play button so you can actually see what they look like. Another 16 gem slots you get at 9,200, at 10,000. In his shade, and at 11,000, Respelliant Wings Sacred. So you get some really crazy looking wings that I will never see, personally. Most players will not, but we will see our whales running around with much, much bigger wings. All right, this is the big news. Wings can be unlocked at Resonance 9,000 and Resonance level 11,000. And as you can see right here, you are able to unlock gem res for all of our pieces of gear earlier. But the big thing, and you know, this Dawning Echo right here, it typically cost 1,000 orbs, right? I think it was 1,000 orbs. Is that right? Yeah, it was 1,000 orbs. That is changing. You could still buy a Dawning Echo for 1,000 orbs, but check this out. Dawning Echo's 10,000 platinum. You could buy a Dawning Echo for 10,000 platinum. That is not a lot of platinum. That is very easy to attain platinum as a free-to-play player, allowing free-to-play players the ability to unlock their gear and make it awakened at rank 5 and for free with in-game currency platinum. We have been asking for this for years. It's been 2 years. So yes, for years, we've been asking for exactly this. To celebrate the resonance system now being unlocked at rank 5, we're giving away a free Dawning Echo, plus they give us one for free. Dawning Echoes, which are required for awakening your items, can now be purchased for 10,000 platinum or 1,000 orbs, which is the same as before. This is great. I am going to awaken all of my 8 gear slots. I'm going to put in all my gems. I'm going to focus on getting my 5-star gems to rank 5 so that I can then have them awakened, and I'm going to be rocking all freaking 5-star gems. And I'm sure that this is the whole plan that Blizzard has. They want people to get away from the 1s and 2s and start investing in the 5-star gems. This is a great way to do it. Allow awakening earlier. Very smart play to get people to spend more inside of the game, take away the barrier for free to play, and then make people want to grind the 5 stars more. Not that you have to pay for them, because you don't, but I absolutely love this change. I love that you can get a Dawning Echo for now Platinum, and I love that you can awaken gear at rank 5. Very good change. We can give a round of applause for Blizzard on that one. I think that it will benefit them, and it will definitely benefit players as well. All right, we have new Helliquary bosses, and now I could probably speed through things a little bit more quickly because some of the stuff that I was very excited about is done, but we do have new Helliquary bosses, including Aintraga, Eater of Storms. This is going to be for Paragon difficulties 400 to 500 from Inferno 1 difficulty. Oh, wait a second. Defeating on Hell 4 alone with a party unlocks difficulty 1. Inferno difficulty 1. All right, so to unlock Inferno difficulty 1, you need to defeat Aintraga. Then we have, these names are crazy. We're going to call this one Sar. And this one here, defeating Sar on Hell 6 alone, or with a party, unlocks difficulty Inferno difficulty 1. Well, that's not true because Hell 6 is no longer here. I'm reading right here. It says Hell 6. Well, it must mean Hell 3 because this was probably put together before. This whole plan was probably put together before they made those changes. So I would say Hell 3, difficulty, bam, there you go. And we have the Ice Leviathan, very cool looking. Looks like it comes from my realm, the Cavern of Echoes. And as you can see, defeating this one on Inferno 1 will unlock Inferno 2. Paragon levels 400 to 500. It says it right here. And then we have another one, Morsugarai, the Fisher's Ruin. Defeating this one on Inferno difficulty 2, or on Inferno difficulty 2, unlocks Inferno difficulty 3. So to get to the next difficulties, for people that are stuck at a Paragon level and can't progress, you need to defeat alone or in a party these Helliquary bosses to progress. We have some new events. Purge the Darkness and the Nightmare Manifest limited time event. From June 13th to June 27th, complete tasks in game to earn Nightmare tokens. Essentially, these are boundless and you can earn 1,200 tokens in a week completing available tasks, which you can turn in and claim rewards for, including gold, dust, legendary equipment, legendary crests, and more. We do have, let me take a sip of my coffee right here because we are, how long have we been? 27 minutes talking about this stuff so far. All right, we have new legendary equipment and items for all classes. I'm going to do as I have done in the past, and I'm going to show you them and then move on. Barbarian, new legendary items. If you want to read them, feel free to pause, read through, but everyone is not interested in every class. Blood Knight. We have new items for the Crusader. New items for the Demon Hunter. For the Monk. New items for the Necromancer. New items for the Tempest, which is the first batch of new items for this brand new class. Will be nice to be able to mess around a little bit more there. The Wizard is getting soon some new items as well. Feel free to pause and read through what your class that you're playing may be getting inside of the game. But we are also getting new set items, something that is information for all people because it doesn't matter your class. Feet, hands, waist, neck, rings, and bracelets. 2-piece bonus. This is the prayer for Ed Winter. 2-piece bonus. Your damage is increased by 15% when attacking chilled enemies and by 30% when attacking frozen. Bonuses immune to chill and freeze effects will become marked, triggering these bonuses. The 4-piece bonus. You have a 30% chance to freeze already chilled enemies for 3 seconds when applying the additional chill to them. Cannot freeze the same enemy player more often than once every 10 seconds. 10 seconds isn't bad. That's actually fair. And 6-piece bonus, dealing damage to chilled enemies grants you Mountain's Breath for 12 seconds, causing your attacks to shatter chilled enemies or frozen enemies. Chilled enemies, oh, that's cool. The chilled or the frozen. Chilled enemies take increased damage and frozen enemies take massive damage when shattered. Cannot trigger Mountain's Breath more often than once every 40 seconds. and each enemy cannot be shattered more often than once every 0.5 seconds. Sounds like a cool one. I wonder, for your burn builds, will the fire melt the ice? All right, we have the Phantom Market coming back, the Inarius cosmetics, maybe one that I am the most excited about. This cosmetic, Inarius, is one of the best characters in all of Diablo lore, and these cosmetics, no matter what class we're really looking at here, it looks sick. It looks awesome. I can't wait for the Chinese patch notes or for Blizzard to put out patch notes so we can see animations of this. I will share it with you when we get them because these are really looking amazing. So we want to make sure we can give everyone a quick look. June 13th to July 13th, you're going to be able to get yourself into this. Remember how the system works. It is that type of a lottery system, and you're going to have to spend approximately $170 to get this cosmetic, which is not class bound. You could use it on all your classes. And in the past, assuming it works the same way, you are going to be able to unlock many other different things as well as I think 2 or 3 other cosmetics. You get the portal for the Inarius cosmetic, you get another portal on top of that, and a bunch of other rewards, including emotes and more. So $170 is expensive for a cosmetic, but it comes with a lot of other things inside of the bundle that makes it more worthwhile, including some affixes and movement appearances. As you can see, you get the wing appearance, movement effect, idle effect, cosmetic emote, cross-class cosmetic, kill streak UI, and PvP kill effect as well. So they really do a lot to make these valuable because they are expensive, right? These are not your battle pass $5 cosmetics. These ones right here are definitely more expensive and nicer. Let's be honest, they are quite nice. All right. And this is how the breakdown works right here. Your odds of getting it are 0.13% if you want to try and get that on your first shot. Most likely you're going to get this emoji. You have a 60% chance of getting that. And then you're going to get another cosmetic and another cosmetic on your third chance. As you can see, the drop rates, your odds of getting the cosmetic we really want get better and better over time. Now, you also do want to get the look at all the cosmetics you're getting right here. Lots of different cosmetics you get along the way. Keep in mind, all the other ones, they are not open to all your classes. If you get these cosmetics from the Phantom Market, they will only be available on the class that you unlock them, except for the main cosmetic, which will be cross-class, as well as the portal. So the portal that you get for that will also be cross-class. Relive completed quests. Looks like you're going to be able to play some of the quests again. When reviewing completed quests within the Adventurers Chronicle menu, located in Deckard Cain's workshop, you can now choose to replay them. Oh, that's cool. If you want to relive some of the lore and redo some of that, you're able to do that. I like that. Find new tomes of the Adventurers Chronicle. We've scattered 10 new lore books throughout Sanctuary. Once you've found them, they're all accessible. And okay, cool. So if you want more lore, you got more lore. That's cool. Tempest storms into Survivor's Bane. What? I love Survivor's Bane. A field of Survivor's Bane has been a new fog rolling in, perhaps a tempest. The fury of the wind and wave are now available when fighting off endless hordes in Survivor's Bane. We're adding Wind's Edge, Wave's Edge, Vortex, and Squall that can be harnessed. So those are some of the Tempest skills that we have. Now we're going to be able to use them in Survivor's Bane, which is awesome. Additionally, we're adding new gameplay modifier to Survivor's Bane. This modifier is called Boss Mode. While it is active, as you might guess, bosses spawn more frequently while in Endless Mode. This is very cool. Look at the select modifiers. Monsters spawn faster, 50% more monsters with 25% increased movement speed on the monsters, and a new immortal has joined the battle. The new immortal will fight alongside monsters from across the map. Interesting. I like the modifiers. I actually love Survivor's Bane. I know that a lot of people do. It's a very addicting game mode, very different from the core gameplay of Diablo Immortal, but it is very good, very fun. The Gold Savvy have heard whispers increase treasure goblin activity on their hunts. You may even encounter an entire horde of treasure goblins, but it's unlikely that you'd see them in the Shisar Sea. We're also updating the section of buffs at the start of the match. You'll have 2 chances to re-roll your buffs once the game is started. Oh, that's cool. So you could really start out with the right skills that you want, because sometimes you get pigeonholed into skills that you don't want. Now you'll be able to switch that up. Some new items have also been added that give you some straightforward buffs to your existing items, such as melee range increase, increasing fire damage. Additionally, legendary items that are irrelevant to your class will no longer drop in Survivor's Bane. Very cool. Very, very cool. Looking forward to it. We'll definitely talk about that more when it drops. All right, returning events. Survivor's Bane is coming from June 14th through June 21st. Alley of Blood, we will see this again from June 14th through June 21st. Trial of the Hordes, we're going to be seeing this one from June 21st through June 28th. Why am I going through these quickly? Because these are all events that we've spoken of so many times inside of our videos. I don't need to go through what all of them are. These are returning events to Diablo Immortal, nothing brand new. All Clans on Deck is back from June 15th through June 22nd, where you get rewarded just for doing things with your clan. Adventurer's Path, June 22nd through June 29th. You're going to complete tasks and get rewarded for doing those tasks. Some feature updates. Upcoming server merge. In our next content update, which is coming in about 2 weeks, we'll introduce another wave of server merges. So that's going to be coming as well. Ooh, I wonder how that's going to be. Cursed gear optimizations. With the removal of ancestral items earlier this year, we're making improvements to cursed items. As of the update, we're removing all negative effects from cursed items and retaining only the attributes as a set. That's good. I like that. I hated the negative attributes on cursed gear. Even with the negative stats removed from cursed items, they will not be more powerful than legendary gear. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't like having to balance out, oh, I got the cursed gear that does what I want it to do, but it has this stupid negative attribute that I have to try and manipulate. I just never liked that, because you couldn't change the negative. You could only change the positive. So it was honestly something I never invested too much time into. It was just too much. Oblivion Pillars and Hellslayer bounty updates. We're significantly increasing the drop chances and earning legendary items for rewards by completing the Oblivion Pillar or Hellslayer bounty. This drop rate will be one of the best ways to earn more items and will be one of the best ways to earn incredibly powerful legendary items. For Terror Rifts, if you don't receive a Terror Essence from the first of the 3 towers you complete, you're guaranteed to get a Terror Essence from completing your next tower. Looks like they're doing a little bit more to these Oblivion Pillars and Hellslayer bounties. I think we were excited for them, and then they were a little bit underwhelming. So maybe we're going to be getting some better things there as well. Quality of life changes for the Paragon tree. Interesting. We've made a few changes to the Paragon trees to improve their overall quality of life. The colors have been tweaked for better visibility, and we've made it easier to replace an activated Paragon skill without needing to deactivate it. Good, so it's probably more of a one-click mechanic. Additionally, you'll be able to more easily negate between Paragon trees with gestures when playing on mobile. Double tapping on a node will quickly activate or deactivate those nodes. Great. Removal of ancestral and invocation items. To be more friendly system for players, we're decoupling ancestral blessing attributes from ancestral weapons. Existing ancestral items will return to your inventory. Oh boy. All gameplay that would reward ancestral equipment will now drop cursed items as a replacement for the rewards. All right, so ancestral are going to be completely gone. Interesting. Battleground stats compression. We are updating stat compression tuning to better ensure participants in the mode are a more level playing field. Players above certain health and damage stats will be affected by this compression while engaging in Battleground. A note from the developer. As with our previous rounds of Battleground stat compression tuning earlier this year, we've aimed this compression at players who far exceed the average damage and health stats among Battleground participants. So this mode continues to be fun and allows for our community to shine, which is a good thing. More balance changes essentially to that. We also have Battleground class balance changes. So if you are a barbarian, here are some class balance changes coming for the barbarian. Some balance changes coming to the Blood Knight. A bunch of balance changes coming to the Crusader. Demon Hunter getting a smaller handful of balance changes. The Monk getting some balance changes. The Necromancer. Wizard only with 2. And notice, no Tempest. No Tempest balance changes. So the Tempest will remain what the Tempest is at the current point in time. Reliquary Gauntlet updates. A new Reliquary Gauntlet is being added for Infernal difficulties. Completion of all 3 difficulty tiers rewards the Rimefrost Howling Terror cosmetic. Ooh, set including a weapon. Oh, wow. I like that. I want that cosmetic. Let's get that done in the Iceburn tier server, boys. Will you accept the challenge and bolster your stashes with a host of rewards and cosmetics to showcase your powers, or will you let the darkness... Okay. Test yourself and reap the rewards before they expire on December 13th, 2024. Wait a second. If I get these cosmetics, do they go away? Or do I have to claim them before December 13th? Here are the details of the gauntlet, the enemies that you're going to be facing to take these down. Look, so Infernal Gauntlet, defeat these bosses to earn the Rimefrost Howling Terror weapon. Then you could do Infernal 2 Gauntlet, defeat these bosses to earn the Rimefrost Howling Terror armor. And then Infernal 3, defeat these to get the portal. Loadouts for reforged items. We're including the ability to unlock 1 additional loadout for reforged items in the blacksmith. You'll unlock a loadout for free after reforging 240 times. Okay. Challenge rifts or levels are increasing by 50 levels. Clearing the cobwebs bounty changes. Ooh. We've reduced the number of spider kills needed to complete clearing the cobwebs. And that's funny. Currently, you have to kill 30 spiders. And they don't respawn so great. So, as long as you're there alone, you're fine. But if you happen to be there with another person or 2 and you're not working together and you're farming those spiders, you could sometimes sit there for a while waiting for more to respawn, and then you're fighting with other players to try and get those kills. So it's nice that we're not going to have as many to have to kill. First kill of the day. For players who created new characters at the regular scheduled maintenance on June 13th, new players have access to new bonus rewards for logging in during the first week of playing the game. Rewards include 3 legendary items. They will have complimentary affixes, unlocking new build possibilities as they level. Familiar changes. We've noticed many familiar attacks would fail. We've optimized their combat to be more efficient. New achievements. All right, we got 30 new achievements coming. Very cool. Hero's Journey updates. Chapters 1 through 6 will be reset, and players will being at chapter 1 again. All players will have new chapters to complete. All right, so new chapters, new rewards, etc., etc. Again, not something that I've ever focused on right there. You get yourself a frame if you complete it. Codex and Conquest updates. We've upgraded the Codex and Conquest in light of the recent changes and levels for the Infernal difficulties in game. My friends, that was a big patch notes with a lot of changes coming to the game. Wow. And it took us 42 minutes to get through it. I'm looking forward to these changes, very much looking forward to being able to use the Dawning Echoes with Platinum and being able to unlock those slots now at a gem rank or level 5 versus 10. It's going to open up the game for free-to-play players to really enjoy everything that the game has to offer. And whales, they could whale out on more residents with those new wings, look like bosses, and I could look at them and say, wow, you look good. I'm going to live through you because that will never be me. Make sure you subscribe for everything Diablo Immortal. And again, I'm sorry that this one came late behind my leaks video earlier today. I try my best, but at least we got this out for you. Have a good day.